what it do, family? You're locked in again with Trash Talking with the Old Heads. You know what it is, but it's experience meets opinion, and don't nobody feelings get spared. Trash Talking with the Old Heads.
Not a soul.
Not a soul. We don't care nothing about no feelings. Gee, what it do?
A lovely, lovely weekend this weekend, fellas. Good to be back with the old heads.
No
You
doubt.
know what I say? No excuses. Play like a champion. Play like a champion. Let's
JW,
go.
I know you feeling lovely today. What it do?
All that playing like a champion when you can just be a champion. Y'all saw them Gators.
Are they playing like champions?
Them
I mean,
Gators.
Right.
How many
week.
years
Y'all
has it
saw
been since the Gators won a championship?
Y'all saw it. We just won one last year. What you talking about?
We talking about football. We ain't talking about basketball.
Since they even won a big game.
That was their first.
When you win your bowl game, that make you a champion of the bowl game. We champion.
Oh my goodness, boy! How the standards have been lowered.
Man,
hey, you got to crawl before you.
This
walk
the guy that. No, y'all, you weren't crawling. You were at the top of college football, and you have fallen so low that you want to.
Did Bama win a championship?
You want to
last
hype
year?
up. You want to hype up a team.
Did Bama win a championship last year? Bama didn't win a championship or a bowl game last year.
Bama can take a championship.
I don't want to hear. And they lost to Florida State. I don't want to hear nothing about Bama.
Take a 20-year drought and we good.
Before we get started, man, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Trash Talking with the Old Heads on YouTube.
Hey, folks. Hey, good job again. Definitely hit that like and that smash. I preempted you, Dante. Finish what you had to say. I had a question.
And also, you can also join the Facebook movement, Trash Talking with the Old Heads, the Facebook group. Hey, feel free to join as well, where we talk shit about sports all day long. Hey,
amongst things, because we talk about other shit. We got
a lot on deck today, man. Of course, the chaos in college football last week. You know what I'm saying? My boys got dropped. Jerry boys came up with a big victory. Bama looking kind of Bama-ish. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Could be fraudulent. We'll find out this week. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of political stuff, a lot of craziness going on with some celebrities this week.
Bang.
But we'll get into all that later on in trash and when we take the trash out. Let's start with last week, gentlemen. Let's get to it, man.
Hey, real quick,
Yeah,
before we get started, man. This is something that came up across my timeline. I'm excited for it. In 2 weeks.
What is that?
Non-sports, but very, very competitive. Cash Money versus No Limit. Who you got?
Ooh, I saw that. I saw that.
Cash Money Records versus the No Limit Soldiers. Who you got?
As far as what, though?
Who gonna win the verses? Whose catalog is the deepest?
Ooh.
Oh man. Ooh. I think straight up, Cash Money might have had the most hits. And that's me as a No Limit fan, because I'm No Limit all the way. I followed that movement a hell of a lot more. I never even listened to 400 Degrees straight, like riding with that like I rode with No Limit. I don't know.
Hey, everybody was No Limit fans back in the day. But Jay, I'm just prefacing that because in 2 weeks we got to do that. They're going to war October the 25th. That's gonna be a very good versus. It should be a very good versus.
Yeah, that's gonna be, man. That's tough right there, boy.
Cash Money had the club so crunk. I think they
got the club hits, man.
They had the club so.
Now No Limit did too. Now
mystical, man. I don't know, dog. I don't know.
Go ahead. I'm giving y'all one, and go ahead and I'm giving y'all time to go back into your old music, pull out your old CD books.
I think women too. Women followed that Cash Money record too. Women were on that. I've seen women word for word on them on their album. So it'd probably be Cash Money straight up, probably. But
we definitely got to do that, G. I'm with you on that. We're gonna have to do that one, bro.
Might need to take a trip to New Orleans and do the show in New Orleans on site.
Right. But let's get to it, man. All right, Jerry. Here go your chance to gloat, bro. Y'all took down the Arch Manning led fraudulent Texas Longhorns frauds. We all know they frauds at this point. Arch, I told you at the beginning of the year, Arch was a fraud. I told you this. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead and
You
shoot.
ain't quite say that, Dante. You was
I said he was way overhyped and he wouldn't be good.
That's different than saying that he's a fraud.
Overhyped and he won't be good. What else? What else you want me to say?
Whatever. That's the same.
Out there.
That's the same thing. But what we ain't gonna do is what y'all tried to do to me last week and try to talk down this dub by my Gators. Listen, we owned Texas in that game from beginning to end. We jumped on them early. DJ Lagway looked like a different quarterback than we saw him in the previous game when he was complete ass. But we pitched a perfect game, minus the interception we threw late. We pitched a perfect game. The defense was all over that boy. 6 sacks from the defense. We think we were 3 yards away from having 500 yards of total offense. The running game was going good. Our freshman wide receiver stepped up and had a big game. Texas had nothing for us. They were in trouble the whole game. If you want to call them frauds after we beat them, okay, fine. But they were ranked number 9 when we took their ass out last weekend, and we had no mercy upon them. Yeah, I agree with Dante. You know, I agree with you too, Greg, if we want to call Manning a fraud or whatever. But that's who they rolled out there, and that's who we got at. They line did not look like they could hold up, and they didn't hold up. We're undersized, but we were all over the place. We controlled that game. Proud of my Gators. We looked like Napier had us looking like the team we were to finish the year last year, because we finished the season pretty strong and finally looked like an SEC team by the end of the half of last season. So hopefully this gets us back on track and we can play like that consistently, but it's going to take Napier being a more disciplined coach and having these boys ready and not taking anybody for light like we've done a couple of times this season already. Proud of my boys. Go Gators.
Your thoughts?
It was a good win for a team needing a good win. Hadn't had a good win in some years. Irrelevant is the reason we didn't talk about them. It's their fault that they weren't a big game and on the radar last week. I don't want to hear anything about no damn Billy Napier. Y'all done had this man on the hot seat for 2-3 years, and because he win one game, now you know what I'm saying, he's an SEC coach. Miss me with that bullshit.
I wanted to fire the boo-boo first game this year. What you talking about? They were looking up the bow amount after the first game this season on the boo-boo. And he talk about hot seats. Are you serious? Man, stop it, dog. Stop it, dog.
Texas hadn't beat anybody. I can see if y'all beat Georgia or beat a team that actually has played and won a game this year. Yeah, Texas was ranked number 9, but they ain't ranked no more. So saying that
thanks to the Gators. Thanks to the Gators.
It could have been thanks to anybody.
It wasn't though.
They got to play Oklahoma tomorrow. They got to play Mississippi State might beat them. Vanderbilt might beat them.
Look at all
Georgia gonna beat them.
Look at all these ifs and fils. Boy, I swear.
No ifs and fils, man. I'm just saying, man, pipe down. Good win, but pipe down. It wasn't y'all didn't do nothing. You didn't beat anybody for real. You beat a name brand that was overhyped, like Dante said about Arch. He's turning into a fraud. Texas is a fraud. They're definitely fraudulent championship, preseason championship contenders. That's a wrap. So, hey, good win though.
Man, for me, man, it's so unimportant. I'm moving on to UCLA, Penn State. So Penn State goes out west and does what Penn State does, gets beat. Man, at this point with James Franklin, it's not even surprising anymore. You know what I'm saying? So frauds as well. You know what I'm saying? I know the girl, what's the lady's name on ESPN who always debating with Paul? The young lady.
Heather Dinich.
Yes. I know they were her pick to win it all this year. I saw that on a lot of publications where they were picked for the national championship. No way. No way anybody can believe in James Franklin. And
Right.
another fraudulent first round pick of a quarterback, Drew Aller, who I told people, everybody talking about tanking for Arch and Drew Aller. Man, you better wait and see, bro. You better wait and see if these dudes any good. And of course, they're fraudulent as well. Thoughts on Penn State, man?
Hey
Quickly.
man, I was duped by the lofty ranking. Penn State #2. They must got something. You know what I'm saying? Penn State being ranked is not nothing new, but being
Right.
ranked
They
in the top
always rank.
five,
They always
yeah,
rank. They
being
always
ranked in the
around
top
five
five
to
got me.
five
I
to
didn't do.
10.
And I'm gonna be accountable and take ownership for not doing my due diligence. But if you look at it, they were in the playoffs. They almost made it to the semifinal game. Didn't they, they made it through the semifinal game, I believe. But anyway, they got in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Impressive that they were able to do that because Penn State ain't known to be any type of contender. Anyway, they competed for the Big Ten championship last year. So I'm like, okay,
Truck stuff.
James Franklin may have turned the tide
The
of this
question
program.
is, should they want to get away from each other at this point? That's the only
I,
question around Penn.
Penn State should get away from the James Franklin business, and James Franklin, he needs to start somewhere else because that 4-21 record against top ranked opponents is not a good look. You can't be that lopsided and win loss, and your only wins are coming against the dregs of college football and the dregs of your own conference. So yeah, they took a step up getting into the title game and the Big Ten title game and in the playoffs. But if they want to be true championship contenders, James Franklin ain't it.
JW, any thoughts on this game before we move on, bro?
Nico finally looked like the quarterback we thought he was going to be last year.
Man, damn
running
Nico.
for 3 touchdowns,
166 yards. I wish you might bring
and
this
throwing
dude
for
in
2
here.
more. I was glad to see UCLA step up after firing their head coach and just play motivated. They just play a motivated game. Who knows if they can carry over to carry them through the rest of their season, which seems like a waste already this season. But it was a big win, a huge unexpected win. I think they was like almost a 25-point underdog in the game,
Hadn't won a game.
and put 42 points on the board. I mean that's big. Hopefully they can continue to ride that. But I agree with everything y'all said about Penn State. We were duped with the last couple of seasons they've had, and they've proven this year so far they're just not a good football team. A lot of time left, but that was terrible. It was a terrible.
I was just sold on the 2 running backs they had. You know what I'm saying, and then the fact that they had
Our
a good.
receiver they brought in from the
Yeah,
portal.
yeah.
Supposed to have a solid veteran quarterback who's playing like garbage. Yeah, the whole deal, man. But all right, the last team on our fraud alert part of the show, my Seminoles
Cinemoles.
not get it done against Miami.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Very disappointing performance again. Norvell not having them ready for this game. They didn't look ready to play. Tried to get a comeback in the end, but it was too little, too late. Just disappointing for me. I mean, that's the word for me. I don't have much to say about it. Dropped to number 25 in the rankings. Like I say, on life support as far as the playoffs, we pretty much got to run the table, I believe, at this point to get there. Just a disappointing loss. Another one for Norvell. Another disappointing loss when you got a team that could have easily won that game, and bad coaching, bad mistakes, just bad. I ain't got no.
That's what happens when you give the reins of your offense over to the Gus Bus and allow him to do what he will. Again, I tried to tell your cousin Leo, Jerry, about the Gus Bus. I wasn't being I wasn't minimizing Florida State's victory over Bama. They dominated Bama. 14-point win.
Which
But
is why you shouldn't even be talking right now,
I
because
don't give a
Florida State beat y'all soundly. So we should be listening to no damn Alabama Crimson Tide fan about Florida State, because they can't say
yes, you
nothing.
should.
Nothing.
Yes, you should. Yes, you should.
Nothing.
Bama's in the top 10, sir. So if anything, who shouldn't be talking is a stinking ass Florida Gator fan. That's for damn sure. Y'all ain't been in
Hell,
nobody's
dog,
competition.
nothing but them lacks against
But
Florida
anyway,
State.
like I said, Dante, I tried to be a true friend to you and the rest of your Florida State fans. I said, watch out for that Gus bus is going to hit a bump, and all of the parts will come apart, and that's what has happened. Uh, Florida State, Miami took their foot off the pedal, and the reverses and some of the stuff that Gus Bus like to do was not working, and that's the reason y'all lost the game. The the defense being out on the field, Miami took advantage of some big shots early in the game, and then it kind of put y'all behind the 8 ball. Don't trust that Gus Bus is all I'm saying. He can throw some wrinkles every now and then, but do not give him full control of your offense.
Yeah, his arrogance and want to just do what he want to do sometimes, man, instead of doing what the game requires, man, it's just silly to me. So some of the plays and the timing of some of the plays is what gets me about him, man. I don't understand it, man. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
he run those, you know what I'm saying, that side to side stuff, and then you second and third and long.
Right,
You don't
right,
have the quarterback that can overcome that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You got to keep him in third and short, second and
Right,
short.
third and manageable. Have to be
Yeah,
third, second,
manageable.
third and manageable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Jerry, any thoughts before we move on, bro?
No, they not for real. Florida State are in the same boat with Penn State. Like you said, hanging on by a hair in that 25, that number 25 spot for their ranking.
Yep.
They got the same exact records. Um, Miami pretty much controlled the game, even though the score didn't really say that. I think the loss was by 5 or 6 points, or what have you. But the
That's
measly,
a good comp though, because they get in the exact same situation with the coaches too. Both of
right,
them
right, 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 right.
$1 buyouts. You can't get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
probably would get rid of them if you could, but you
yeah,
can't financially. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Just hard to put your belief in the coaches with the product that they putting out there. They look, you open up good against Alabama,
Right.
look like you're on your way, and then they just really haven't put
Make it
together
too
that
big.
same
Right.
performance yet again.
Two real
So,
teams to play, you lay an egg. Yeah. So I'm with you. I'm with you. Let's move to
but
this.
but 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 does that? But does let me ask y'all this before we get out of here. But does that tell us that Miami is for real yet? Do we know whether or not Miami is for real, holding on to that number
I
four
think the
spot?
defense is. I think the defense is for
Miami
real.
look like the best team in the country right now.
Oh, really? Wow. Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They look like the best team in the country. They've
Better
had
than
the best,
Oregon?
better than Oregon. Who is Oregon beat? Penn State? Who just
Right.
got
Right. And Florida State, who just got beat by Virginia. So I mean, what are we talking about? You know what I'm
but
saying?
Miami also you look at who Miami had, right? Look who they've beaten.
Okay.
Some good teams. Notre Dame to start out the season, beating South Florida, beat the shit out of South Florida, who
Man, stop it, though.
beat
Okay.
who?
All right.
Who
All right.
South Florida beat?
Okay. All right. All
I
right.
was
Who South
wondering what your
Florida
I was
beat?
wondering what your angle was with that one.
All right. All
Then
right.
they beat the shit out of Florida.
All right.
Then they beat Florida State
All right. All right.
in Doak Campbell. So
After he just said
they've had the most impressive
we
wins.
weren't relevant, then he mentions that
Yeah,
they
you
beat
ain't
the hell out
relevant.
of
You're
Florida.
not
I
relevant. You're
swear.
not relevant. You're not
These
relevant. But y'all a
Alabama
rivalry
dudes
game.
in college
Y'all a
football.
rivalry game. You know, it's a rivalry. It's a rivalry.
All right, you wascally wabbit.
It's a rivalry.
We're not gonna really talk about these games this week too much, but let's pick a couple of them. Let's take a look.
Hold
Indiana.
on now, y'all didn't want to cover Jerry's awesome
Oh
pick to
yeah, I
have
forgot about
Vandy
you and
beat
Vandy.
Bama.
Let him get his shit off about Bama
No,
beat
my
Vandy.
shit is going toward him because I knew he was going to win that game. This Negro picks Vandy to beat Bama. You're out of your effing mind. Stop it.
Yeah, I told you that was
You ought to apologize to the public, the old heads viewing public, all of the Bama fans,
now I
all the
will say,
football.
G, all jokes aside, if the QB wasn't so shitty in the red zone, that could have gone completely different.
And if we had a called better plays in the red zone, we would have had 21 more points.
Why are we talking
Fifths and
about
fifths.
ifs and fifths in that game, and G forgets this. G forgets that I'm a part of this ridiculous fanboy text messaging stream that happens every Saturday where they coach and root for Bama the whole damn game, and my phone blows up the whole damn game. I can witness and see it in real time, the trepidation that these cats felt in the first half of that game. He forgets that I'm a part of that, and I get to watch it in real time. At halftime, Vandy didn't make it. They didn't make any adjustments. They definitely didn't make the right adjustments, and Bama was able to shut them out in the second half because just like last year, Vanderbilt just doesn't have a playbook that can compete. Last year, they beat Bama because Bama just wasn't good, and they didn't rely on the things that they've been good at over the years.
They beat Bama because Bama wasn't prepared. They was coming off a high, and that's all it was to it.
Whatever.
That's all it was.
But it was an L. But this year, Bama, they in the second half they leaned on their defense. They cut out all those breakaway runs that Vandy had, and they just got it right in the second half, and they pulled away. But trust me, world, trust me. In the first half of that game, Alabama Crimson Tide fans that I know and the brothers that I know, yeah, sphincters were tight over there in that first half. And it got quiet. And then
we were disappointed that we went up by more points. That's all.
Well, it just means you couldn't. That's all that means. It just means you couldn't. It means you weren't good enough to. Just means you weren't good enough to. That's all.
Great thing about it, they get to play another ranked team again this week. Missouri Tigers, undefeated.
Yeah, we everybody's Super Bowl.
Bama, Missouri. So who you got?
Bama. Enough said.
That's all you got?
That's it. Bama.
I'm gonna go Missouri. Of course, I'm gonna go Missouri. This will be Missouri's game to show the rest of college football that they are for real competitors for this season. You basically got, as far as offense, you basically got a passing team in Bama against a run team in Missouri. If Bama's defense, which is one of the top ranked defenses in the country, if not the top ranked defense in the country.
Defense, the top ranked. No, it's not.
I said if not the top ranked defense, they have the defense is good this year. The defense is good. The thing that they've given up over 200 plus yards rushing in 2 games. That's what Missouri has to lean on. If they can get their run game going, then they have a chance to beat them. But the person they're going to have to worry about in the middle of that Bama defense is our very own Big Shimmy, Tim Keenan Jr., from right here in our own backyard at Ramsey High School. Shout out to his pops, who I played ball with. If they can keep him from being disruptive in the backfield with the run game, he's a good run stopper. If they can keep him off, then they should be able to get their run game off. But it's a tough task. Bama's defense has stepped up since game 1. Since game 2. And we'll see.
I mean, for me, this was a tough one. I really did. I dove into it a little bit with the stats on this one because I thought about picking it as far as cash talk, but I was staying away from that college. But I'm going Missouri, man. They have the top rusher in the country, Ahmad Hardy. Bama's 84th in the nation in rushing yards allowed per game. I think Missouri is I think they're taking a step this year. I think it's real. You know what I'm saying? I really do. You know what I'm saying? So, say again.
Based on what? Why you think it's real? Based on what?
I just think the way that they're playing football, running the ball, I like the way they're playing football right now.
Who they ran the ball against?
And
running is running. You can only play, like you said, you can only play who on the damn schedule.
Yeah.
They play who on the schedule. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to go with Missouri. I'm going to go with Missouri's defense. They're one of the top teams when passing defense. I think that holds up against Simpson, who I think is To me, he's overrated. You got 3 or 4 other quarterbacks that's almost got the same yards and touchdowns that he has with the only one pick. So they got a chance. They're considered a very disruptive secondary out there. The defense disguising it in different ways in order to get the ball out on third down. So I think that'll help them in this game because to me,
I think they'll be able to impact Simpson in this game. I'm gonna go 31-28, 31-27, Vandy.
Ooh, 30 burgers.
But I think they're gonna put up points. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I think both teams will score, but I'm gonna go Vandy. I think they will be able to run the ball against Alabama.
Already beat Vandy.
Missouri.
But you know, Missouri.
Yeah. As long as they stick to what got, as long as they stick to what got them there, they
if they run the football and stop the run, and I think they can get after Simpson. I think they win the game. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's going to be a tough task. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but again, and Bama away from home since old boy took over is not great either. You know what I'm saying? So with all those factors playing in for me, it's just looking at it. I think this is a spot where if they're ever going to win, you know what I'm saying? If they're going to win,
it need to be now, right?
It needs to be now. You know what I'm saying?
And Missouri has a good chance of becoming Bama's Vanderbilt from last year and winning this game.
Kind of like James Franklin. Y'all taking the James Franklin approach to Missouri.
What you mean?
Y'all take if they're gonna ever win a big game, it'll be now.
Right. Everything lines up to say, okay, if you're gonna do it,
Let's see. They've played UMass, South Carolina, University of Louisiana, Kansas, and Central Arkansas.
Okay. Okay.
Bye, man.
What's your point? What's your point? Oregon, Indiana, the other ranked matchup this week. Who you got, man? Oregon looking pretty dominant. You know what I'm saying? Dante Moore at quarterback, looking like everybody talking him up now as a high first round pick, maybe the first player taken. What's your thoughts? Oregon, Indiana.
Oregon.
I'm going Oregon. I'm going to Oregon also.
Make it 3 for 3. Me too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Oregon. Indiana. Now, for both teams, this is gonna be a big game. They're highly ranked for both teams. To me, it's the same old Indiana. If they beat the teams they're supposed to beat. They play it tough. But then when you get to these, you get to the Oregons of the world, they tend to lose those games. Indiana is new to the spotlight over the last couple of years. Oregon has stayed in the mix and building this program. I think they just know how to win more than Indiana does as the competition gets tougher.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I think the one thing I like about the transition Oregon has made is their lines of scrimmage are much bigger now than they used to be, where they used to have all those kind of smaller size defensive linemen. It's not the case so much anymore. So you can tell they're taking a different approach to building up their lines of scrimmage. So I think they're for real this year, man. Will they win it? Who knows? They always find a way to screw it up. You know what I'm saying? But this is a big chance for them. I think they really roll in. I think they win by 14 plus, honestly. I think they win by 14 plus.
The quarterback battle is damn near neck and neck.
Yeah. Indiana does have a quarterback, yeah.
Right. Mendoza and Dante Moore, they throwing the foosball around the yard. They really are. Both of them at 1,200 yards.
Right.
Mendoza with 16 touchdowns, Dante Moore at 14. Both of them have one interception, but that's I think this is a battle that's going to be worth watching.
I trust Oregon's defense more than I trust Indiana's.
Of course. Although Indiana's coming off a pretty good win. They beat the hell out of Illinois. So
yeah.
They had the thing that the talking heads are talking about is that both of them, had a break in the action and got a chance to move up without even playing. So we'll see.
Let's transition to what we all care about. That Thursday night game last night. Them
I don't
Eagles.
care about that game. Who cares about that?
No, I'm talking about the NFL in general. Transition to the
It
NFL.
helped the Cowboys out.
Transitioning to the NFL, man. So Eagles lose second straight game that they lose. Man, didn't look very good doing it. You know what I'm saying? I guess the question with the Eagles, man, are they in trouble? Can they turn this around? Can the problems that they have on offense specifically, I mean, the defense not playing great either, but on offense, definitely, can they fix it? Is it fixable, G? Or is this something that's just going to bite them in the ass all year?
I mean, they're just hitting rough patches in the game. Like they'll find a rhythm, and then all of a sudden that rhythm will be gone. It seemed like that took place when Jalen missed Devontae Smith wide open down that
Yep.
sideline.
Yep.
Had he hit that, that was a what 80-some yard passing touchdown. They would have still been in the game, even with the horrendous defensive play that they
Right.
got right now. And that's related to a lot of the injuries. They have a lot of injuries up front, some injuries in the back,
Heard
the
it wasn't the first
secondary.
game.
So with Quinyon Mitchell going out early in that
Right.
game,
Right. How bad is
they was
that? Right.
that was horrible. You know what I'm saying? And that's on top of the Giants missing two of, you know what I'm saying, they top two receivers in that
Right.
game. Of
Right.
course, Malik Neighbors out for the season, and Darius Slayton was out that game. So if the defense can't get healthy, they got enough, you know what I'm saying? They got enough space in between, the bottom of the NFC. Not as much space, but in the division, because the Redskins on their ass as far as win-loss record. But you know what I'm saying? Their defense got to get here. I think the offense will be just fine. They missed one of their guards, and you could tell the difference in some of the running plays. They was blowing up the guard that was replaced Landon Dickerson. Um, and so yeah, they won't be able to overcome the injuries. That's for sure. They gotta get their players back healthy.
I'm gonna say something. Hopefully, I'll never have to ever say again in my life, in my 50 years on this planet. Nick Wright was correct when he said that he felt like the Eagles defense had a slim margin for error coming this season with all the players that that left the squad. The young players that played well, we are seeing right now that with everybody that left this team, that's what helped them be great last year. Now, they are good at getting to the football, but if you're not getting to the football until after they already broke through the line like Scatterboo was doing last night, I mean, they were all the way down the field before the safeties could catch up to them. Linebackers were just nowhere. The linebackers might as well just stayed off the field in this game. They were nowhere to be found all game long.
15th against the pass and 26th against the rush.
Yeah. So
Zach Bond was missing tackles and out of position the whole night.
So dude was right. You know what I'm saying? This defense has not been the same defense as last season, and a lowly Giants team was able to just pick them. Man, that's that play last. You just mentioned that play, missing that pass. I like to talk about this offense, and I've been saying it for a couple of years that the head coach Sirianni just does not trust Jalen to allow him to just play free. And I understand it because we've seen him when he throws it all around the field, gets little carries, the turnovers.
Talking about Jalen was fifth. Get the hell out
the turnovers kick up when they allow, and I get all of that. But I will, out to my last breath, when you have the running back, the best running back in the league, as well as a top 10 receiver, you got a good receiving core. Your number 2 receiver 5. That marriage should be
good tight end, pass catching running back.
The marriage should be perfect. They should be humming. But obviously, maybe it's something going on with the offensive line and the coaching. But you can definitely tell for the last 2-3 years that Sirianni just does not trust his quarterback, and it shows up on the field
Let me
every
jump in
week.
right here. I see, and this is why I get upset about the Jalen conversations. Then he can't be top 10. A guy that's supposed to be or definitely not top 5, like y'all saying. A dude who you're saying is all that should not be regressing at this point in his career. No matter what's going on around him, he shouldn't look this
How is
bad.
he regressing?
I
Shouldn't
don't
look
think
this
it's
bad.
G. I
Should
don't
How
think
is
not
he
it's
look.
regressing?
I don't
Man,
think
he's
it's
throwing for
regressing.
130 yards a game. Man, come on, dog. This
Play
dude like
calling,
garbage out
Dante.
here, dog. He missing wide open receivers consistently in these games. Can't even get the ball
That
to
ain't true.
one
That's
target.
not true. That's
Hold on,
not
let
true,
me
man.
finish my statement. He can't get the ball consistently to his number one receiver. In 2 halves of football.
Play calling.
Okay. Play call 130 yards a game. Man, come on.
I said it.
See
I
what
said
happened
it
the last
last
2
week.
games. They opened it up. He been over 280 yards both games.
And then in the second half, what happened? It's in the half. He plays in halves of football. Then what happened? He's
He
not
didn't
consistent.
have all of that in the second half. He missed
In the first half. I'm not.
He had 2 bad throws. The overthrow to Devontae.
He
And
played well in the first half and didn't do shit in the second half. That would pretty much sum it up.
Last week when we talked about the Eagles, I asked what was the ranking, how would we rank the issues that we were seeing with this team as far as the offense? And we had Jalen like the 3rd or 4th mention because we went with the coaches and the play calling. We went with all of that. You can see it when you see them play the last 2 games, especially. They are not calling a good game. They're not. I keep mentioning the game where your boy AJ Brown did not get his first target until the 4th quarter. That is
Jalen
play
has
calling.
no impact on it.
Jalen
has no impact on it.
He don't have no impact. He don't have any impact on that happening if the coaches are not calling AJ Brown plays. We said that. I said that last week. When they come out of camps before they start the preseason, and once they get going in the preseason, the players know which plays are considered their plays. Michael Irvin used to talk about that all the time. He always tells that same story where they break the huddle and Troy Aikman put, what's the other receiver y'all had? Harper. Put Harper in his normal position on that particular play, and he called that play. That's my touchdown play. And he said once they hiked the ball, and it was the perfect decoy because Harper caught the ball and scored a touchdown. And he's like, he's running with my touchdown. So the players know their plays within the system. And this coordinator, and again, that's something that has affected Jalen every year. He's got a new offensive coordinator because they get picked apart for their coaches every year. And this is happening again. They don't gel right now. It's early in the season, so I know Sirianni is looking at it as they got time, but it looks bad right now.
It's early in the season because we 6 games in now. We over a third of
the way.
It's still over a third of the way now.
It's still early. You got people saying that the Ravens still got a chance to get to the Super Bowl.
And they 4-2. And they 4-2.
Yeah, it's still early.
To me, the biggest issue is that the running game is not getting
been outscored on the year.
To me, the biggest issue is the running game is not as productive as it was last year. That's the biggest issue.
Oh, that's definitely an issue.
Yeah.
And they still 4-2.
But why the hell they in shotgun so damn much?
New philosophy, offensive coordinator. The marriage should be perfect.
Is it that, or is it that that's what Jalen's more comfortable with?
We are not going to pretend like Jalen.
Most of the offenses do run out the shotgun now. What teams do you see running out this?
They had 2 snaps that weren't in the shotgun, not counting the tush pushes. They had 2 snaps that weren't shotgun this game.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Dante. That when they do go under center, is usually when they're doing that damn tush push shit.
Other than the tush push last night, they had 2 snaps.
You're right. And they just never went. They were never in a position in the game to be running. The great. I don't even like calling it that, but that play. You know what I'm saying? So they got to get the run game going. Maybe it's definitely a coaching issue and play calling, in my opinion. but it also may be compounded by this offensive line. They just haven't figured it out yet. They're not as dominant as they were last year, other than when they use that play, the push play.
Before we move on, are they still contenders in your mind?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Talking about.
Yeah.
If they get back healthy, yeah. Now that's going to depend if they get Nolan Smith back, they get Nakobe Dean back. If they get the Georgia boys, they got to get them Georgia boys back on the field.
Where was Carter last night?
Yeah, they got to get Landon.
We was out, right? Carter.
Because Carter was out too. That's why I started Scatterable. But you said it early in this segment. They lost too much in the offseason, especially on the defensive side of the ball, for them to have the amount of injuries they had. But we've seen that with a lot of the teams, you know what I'm saying? Some of these teams, you just don't win through injuries like that. That don't all the time happen. You know what I'm saying? So
wait a minute.
That ain't what he said.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Get him, Dante.
Wait a minute, man. Last night, when we were talking about the 49ers and all the key injuries we had, you said you were talking like that wasn't shit.
Everybody had
like it don't fucking matter.
Here's what I'm saying. If y'all misconstrue what I'm saying, it don't happen. It don't happen all the time. I said it don't happen all the time. What I was saying to y'all was that you was trying to blame the fucking coaching staff of the 49ers, which we'll get to that later.
No, training staff.
Right.
The training staff is part of the problem, G. Right. We've been dealing with this too many years in a row.
Exactly. That's why I said that. You know what I'm saying? Injuries fucking happen. But you don't all the time win when you have a bunch of injured players. That just don't happen that way.
Zoom creators, in the future, will you please let the other people in these windows have access to changing the name of the other people? Because right now we would change Greg C to Flip Flapper. Flip.
I tell you, forget what this dude said. What in the context of what we was talking about, was we not talking about the fact that y'all was blaming the coaching staff or the training staff?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
There you go, Jerry.
There we go. Flip Flapper.
Your mama, your mammy.
Never mind, Zoom. Never mind.
I got you covered, bro. I got you covered.
Flip flop.
Oh man, let's talk about these Ravens, man. Of course, they take on the Rams this week, man. They're in jeopardy, man, of falling to 1-5, bro. So I guess the question is, if they fall to 1-5, which I think all of us expect the Rams to win this game.
Most definitely.
Picking it, I think all of us will probably pick the Rams.
I got the Rams.
But let's just say for argument's sake,
why are we even talking about this? The Rams gonna win.
The Rams win. When the Rams win, are the Ravens out of it? Can they come back from it? After the bye? If Lamar is healthy after the bye, can they come back?
They can come back, but they're gonna need at least one of their D linemen. I think Matt BK, he's gonna be important for them to help them up front. And Lamar gonna have to play near perfect football because but the schedule sets up for them because they have absolutely nothing in front of them as far as formidable teams. Now this is the league, and is any given Sunday. So just to say that they can run the table as an afterthought would be criminal.
Somebody talk to me? Let me see what this schedule you're talking about before I speak.
Pull it up. I'm telling you, I got it right. I got the schedule right now.
Let me
hold on.
Before
we finish, just to correct something, Matt BK is out for the year.
Out for the year? Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, just to correct. I want to correct that.
So they got the Bears, winnable game at home. They got the Dolphins.
Yeah.
As Chris Broussard called them, a bunch of answers.
Pop lockers.
The Vikings. That's gonna be a game. Because the Vikings, even though they ain't that good, they good defense. They got the Browns. We know what they look like.
But it's the
Jets
game, though.
The Jets
are awful.
Just got their ass whooped by the Cowboys. The Bengals, they got Flacco.
Ugo at quarterback.
And so they got the Steelers. They got 2 games with the Steelers. That's always a good game. The Bengals
Right.
again. The Patriots, who look good, but
Good
definitely
now.
winnable. And they got them at home and at the Packers.
Okay. All right. Okay. So
The schedule sets
I'm
up for
calling it
them.
now. They done. I'm calling it. Remember, I said it. They done.
I'm almost jumping in the car with you. Almost jumping in the car with you. But I'm gonna leave with this. If the Rams have their way with them this week, I'm with Dante. They out of there. And the reason I'm saying that is
this week.
because everybody's talking about when Lamar Jackson comes back. The last time I checked, Lamar Jackson not playing safety. He's not playing corner, running back. Linebacker or D-line, defensive end. He's not playing any of those positions. And that's what their problem is. These boys can't guard a damn cemetery right now. They are not stopping anybody. Teams are regularly putting up 35 and 40 points on them all season. We just saw the Texans beat the dog shit out of them offensively. And the Texans, they might have had, they combined points for the previous games was like 30-something. That's ridiculous. So, listen, I think the Ravens are out of there if the Rams get their normal offense off, which they have a bona fide passing game once Matt Stafford warms up, because it takes him the first half to warm his back up or whatever is ailing him to get himself going. But they need their defense to show up. Lamar Jackson can miss the next 2 games. If they defense don't show up, Lamar Jackson coming back don't help a damn thing.
Hold on now. So you saying that if they lose but don't get their ass whooped, they got a chance? What's the difference?
What I'm saying, if the Rams can put up the points like everybody else has been putting on them, and the defense has no resistance like they've shown. The defense got to get better. If the defense don't get better.
So I wish we do have these we got this podcast. We got all our episodes saved on our Google Drive. We can go back to this very same point this around this same time last year when I said they have the culture and the defensive personnel to get better. Don't write them off regardless of what happens. It will depend, though, on them being able to get somewhat healthy, and then they will have to run the slate, which is a very doable task. It's not like they got some games where you just gonna say, nah, they can't win that game. Nah, they can't win. Which one of those teams?
Oh, the thing is with this team, I can't pencil in any win for this team because of what Jerry said. The defense is so bad.
Yeah, I wasn't with you on all those games.
Pencil in any win with this team. This is not the same team.
I wasn't with you on all those wins that you said they had a chance in. Because when you mentioned Minnesota, they ain't got nothing for that passing game.
No, I'm with them that they have a chance. My thing is, I'm not chalking them up as victories the way he is. I'm not doing that.
Again, which one of those games will you say they don't have a chance to win?
None of them.
A good chance, more than 50% chance to winning. If you looked at that,
maybe the Packer one.
Okay, what else? Which one?
The rest of them are toss-ups to me because of how bad their defense is.
I got Minnesota. I got Minnesota beating them. Definitely got Minnesota beating them. They can't. The secondary trash. They secondary
with Carson
ass.
With Carson Wentz.
And you forget. Hold on. Damn.
Yeah, you calling out Carson Wentz, but I'm talking about the best receiver in the game. Did you see what he just did? He just told y'all he don't care who throwing the ball back there. He just told y'all that.
All right. So we'll see. Let's move on, man. We ain't got to stay on this. It's just like last year. Just same thing y'all was hollering last year. They defense horrible. Hey, it's the beginning of the season. It's the early part of the season.
It's gonna be the 10th game, and you still gonna be yelling it's the beginning of the season.
They out here looking all discombobulated on offense with Lamar Jackson.
They 1-9. It's the beginning of the season.
They looking discombobulated. Which game? Which game other than the Chiefs?
They abandoning the
They still was putting up 40 points.
They gave up 44 damn points to the damn Texans.
They look unrecognizable right now. The only thing they look recognizable with is that trash ass defense. That's what they look recognizable. That's the same
Dang, let's go,
thing.
Ravens. Y'all hear this bullshit? Let's get it going. Let's get it popping, Ravens.
Hey, we're gonna find out. But the Browns making a move, sending Joe
Man,
to the Bengals. Big deal or not a damn deal at all?
Man,
Wait a minute, as QB1.
oh
Let me
man, why
say
are we
that.
wasting our time with this shit?
As QB1.
The Brown. I fully believe I'm all in on a theory I had after the draft. I am all in on the Browns owner and this organization specifically picking up Shador and making him wait and putting him as the third and fourth quarterback on this roster. I'm chalking it up to they are doing this because Dion had those negative comments to say on Twitter about their team and anybody going
Trying to
that far.
embarrass him.
I did not want to believe that a billionaire organization, a $1 billion organization would do something as petty as that, but that is what I'm saying. You can throw in that he a fifth round pick. You can throw that in there. I get it. And maybe that's where he was supposed to be slide. I get all of that. But this don't make no sense bumping up Zappy to be the backup quarterback to me. It makes no sense.
I think it's bumping heads between the coach and the GM.
I don't.
Which one you think wants Shador?
The GM, I think the coach
No,
does.
hell no.
I think the coach, obviously, the coach by his words and tones tells you he don't want him. The coach is telling you I don't want him. I think the GM did want him.
Mm-mm. I think the GM wanted him to make a mockery.
I ain't got nothing on that. I don't have anything on it. I am. This is. I can't fathom what's going on in Cleveland. Whether it's Shador being that bad, and or the ownership and coaching staff just being a bunch of haters and a bunch of dickheads. Because it made no sense to me. I don't understand it. I'm not gonna speculate on it because I'm not in the building. I'm not hearing any reports other than, he's not that good. And when I see him on the field, he damn sure looked better than Bailey Zappi ever did in New England. Even Dylan Gabriel. I don't understand that at all. So I ain't got nothing.
Because like
To
the
hell with the Browns.
hey,
If that's the case, if
right.
they trying to stall that man out like that, I wish all the bad luck that they could possibly ever have as an organization. I wish the ghost of Baker Mayfield continues to hunt and um, make this franchise look as silly as they've looked over the last 5-6 years with their quarterback decisions, bringing in Deshaun Watson and paying him that money, and then him immediately imploding. Um,
They're gonna put Deshaun Watson over Shador soon. Watch.
But the reason I say it, Jerry, what I say is like when the trade went down, the comments the coach made, he said the trade took us by surprise. He said us by surprise. So that was not something we saw coming. They called us. It happened very fast, and it happened not too long ago. So I'm still working through all the roster things. So to me, it's kind of like, do you and this GM, are y'all even on the same page? You know what I'm saying about what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Not
Because
with those comments.
I think
it's
opposite.
Yeah, because it's like he's saying like, hey, he traded away my number two, who I would have had as two. Now I got to work through this shit since he traded Joe. You know what I'm saying? That's what I took that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's just him being honest about actually what happened in the job. I'm sorry. Once I heard that draw, once I heard that draw with that twang in it from that owner, man, I'm sorry. I am all in on the conspiracy theory that this owner is willing to do whatever's possible to continue to make this man look bad because of what his dad said, and he just gonna show him. And they're just at his mercy right now.
The owner or the GM had to bring Bailey Zappi in, so it can't be that, you know what I'm saying, they trying to force his hand to make Shador number two. If that's what you was trying to get at, Dante.
Say again now. Say that
I
again.
said they had to bring in Bailey Zappi. The coach can't bring in Bailey Zappi on his own. He had to get GM
Oh, but
ownership approval.
he had Bailey Zappi on the damn
He
scout
had him
team.
on the practice team.
Right, on the practice squad. You know what I'm saying? So
Ah,
he's thinking, okay, if I do this, he got to move. No, coach, like, no, he don't.
No, I
Move
no,
Bailey
I
Zappi.
see it now. See, I think the GM holds that power of saying I don't want
I
him to
didn't know
play.
Bailey Zappi was already on the scout team.
Yeah,
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 he was
yeah,
already there.
yeah. Remember they
Because I
also
thought they had Tyler Huntley. Didn't they have Tyler
No,
Huntley?
they had let him go
they
They
earlier.
let
let
him
him
go.
go after
Okay.
that game he
That's
played.
who I thought was on the scout team was Tyler Huntley.
No, they let him go after that preseason game immediately.
Shadur been on the active roster, so for you to skip over him, that tells me there's a disconnect between the two. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know. I'm like, it's like G said, we don't know what's going on in the building. It's some shenanigans going on, definitely.
Something ain't right though. Something ain't right in
Some don't
Cleveland.
smell right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We'll see,
I
man.
think it's the GM. I mean, I think it's the owner.
We'll see. We'll see. G, surviving Jerry Jones.
Surviving Jerry Jones, man. So hashtag. We've gone through the litany of violations and abuses Cowboy Nation has suffered under Jerry Jones. Right now, in the 5-game point in the season, it looks like the team is surviving Jerry Jones. The fan base, as a fan, I'm not going to speak for all of Dallas Nation, but from what I've been seeing, most of the fan base want this Micah Parsons trade to at least result in a couple of decent first round picks. And so I ain't gonna say we want a tank, but we ain't too disappointed if they don't have a good season either. So we're at the point now where we just living, dog. We just watching them play, whether they win or lose. We want to see some progress. We want to see progress in the offense, which Dak has shown the ability to be able to be a top tier quarterback in the first 5 games of the season. We want to see that continue so that we can have faith that if we were able to turn this thing around next season, that we will have a quarterback who can get us over the hump. Whether that result in playoff wins, we can only tell that when playoff season comes. We've seen Dak put up impressive numbers before, so
Playoffs.
it's not like we are highly impressed with the start, but I am pleased with the start.
What? Wait a minute. What? What? What?
I guess my question is, do you see y'all as a playoff team
This year?
this year?
Not. I ain't gonna make that statement right now. I want to see how this rest of the season play out. But I can't call us being a playoff team this year because the defense is so trash, so
Do,
ass.
do you have a grade for your coach so far? Your new coach. Do you have a grade for your coach?
Yeah, I
What's
got a
your
grade
grade
for
for your coach?
my grade for Schottenheimer is an A.
With
Really?
that defense?
With that defense. Now he ain't over the defense. Matt Eberflus
He
is.
over the team.
He ain't over the team. Who over the team? Who over the fucking team?
Jerry
All
Jones.
right then.
Jerry Jones. Jerry
So
Jones. Jerry
Matt
Jones.
Shotty Jr. is
So,
doing an
so
excellent
he
job.
gets graded only for offense on in Cowboy Nation. That's it.
He gets graded for offense. He gets graded for the gelling of the team, the marriage of the offense, defense, and special teams. So yeah, if I'm just giving Shotty a grade, I'm giving him an A because he didn't bring in Matt Eberflus. Jerry Jones did. And Matt Eberflus gets an F minus.
All right.
Why he get the F minus when he was given what he was giving this team without Parsons, without their best
Do
defender,
you see the
without the best
fucking
player on the team?
he brought in that Jack Sanborn dude who can't cover, who can't tackle.
But
They put in
Diggs can't do none of that either. He always been on the team,
Diggs.
remember?
Diggs is injured. number one. But Diggs
is
has been
ass.
playing better. He's been playing better the last 2 games.
That's what Diggs is. Diggs is ass.
Man, stop it.
Nothing
Stop
wrong
it.
with that boy. That boy faking a
He
damn
tore his
injury.
fucking ACL.
He out there getting tore
Out.
up. Oh,
Tore
that makes you right. You right. My bad. That makes sense. A torn ACL makes sense on him because he's been ass all season long.
He played
Toast.
better. He played better the last 2 games. Give him that.
Y'all at 500. Y'all a 500 squad.
All right, surviving Jerry Jones. Cowboys, things looking up for them boys. You know what I'm saying? We shall see. Don't lay an egg versus the Panthers, though. Don't go ahead and lay an egg versus the Panthers.
I ain't gonna say things are looking up. I'm gonna say that we are much better off than the defense has allowed us to be, which gives all the credence to the offense, because if it wasn't for the offense, it would really look bleak.
Dak plays his best on this team his whole career. He's played his best, but it ain't really shit to play for. You know what I'm saying? When it ain't all on the line, Dak all right. But as soon as the tough gets going and it's time to actually win a game that actually means something, they get blown out. They lose every time.
Oh, no, but I think a truer statement is he plays well when they have a running game. When the running game.
Now that's true. That's definitely
Dak
true.
is a very good quarterback when the running game is intact. Yeah. I'll give him that. We all know about the playoff shit. I mean, that's down the line, so ain't even no need to talk about that right now. But as far as regular season football, when they have a running game, Dak is pretty good. He's a good player.
But at this point in his career, he should have a formula of how to win games when that ain't the case. Because it's been a long time since Ezekiel Elliott was a good running back for them. It's been a long time. That dude out of the game and ain't coming back. That's how long it's been.
Well, let's get to this bang report. Moving on.
Y'all ain't finna. Y'all hold on now. Y'all got to stop with the bullshit, man.
What bullshit was saying?
Okay, so where would the Cowboys rank rushing? What Cowboys rushing attack rank?
You tell us. You just looked it up.
Right, you just looked it up, so tell us.
You don't look it up and then ask us.
Yeah, because you giving all of Dak's credit to the rushing game.
I didn't give it all. I said he played well when he got a running game.
He's talking about his career. He ain't talking about this star-ass season. He said for his career. That's
okay.
True.
So his best year would have been the year he finished runner-up to the MVP. They didn't have a fucking running game then. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was okay.
It was good. What are you talking about?
They had fucking 2 running backs.
Right,
Zeke
and they were both good.
Palmer.
They were both solid. So what are we talking about?
They were decent, man.
Like, what are you arguing about right now?
They ain't had no Derrick
Cowboys right now are averaging 5.38 yards per carry. What about my statement is false?
We're averaging 134 yards rushing a game.
And 5.38 per carry.
Which makes us 8th in the league.
Right, top of the league. What are we talking about?
8th in the league.
Again, what are you arguing about?
Passing game, number 1. Get that man his credit.
That was my point. So what are we talking
about?
Get
that man his fucking credit.
Damn, what are we? I don't even know what we're arguing about. That's what I said. He got a good running game, and so he's playing well. That's what I said.
All I said was give him his credit.
I did.
Stop with the backhanded compliments. He only play well when they got a running game.
Man, let's go. Let's go, Dante. Let's go, Dante.
Man, they so sensitive nowadays, Cowboy fans.
Yeah, he want to be able to say what he want to say about the garbage ass team, but then as soon as we say it, he got a problem with it. That's all it is. Emotional damage.
The year you talking about that they had a good running game, they were 112 yards rushing.
Let's not go back.
Which makes them 14th and it made them 15th.
Please, let's not reminisce with this dude, please. This dude is tripping.
He'll be talking
about saving in a minute. He'll be talking about saving in a minute.
Get that man his credit. When he played well,
he'll be back talking about saving the championship.
Don't couch it with, he can only do it when he have a running game. Get a man his credit. We talking 5 games in the season. Right now,
get my words right. I said he
bang bang
best.
Bang bang
bang bang. Of course, these Niners up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And normally looking at this game, I would say, damn, no chance. But I'll be damned if Kyle Shanahan hadn't proved to me this year. The damn man can coach. You know what I'm saying? He can coach some damn football. You know what I'm saying? Throw somebody in there, quarterback. Fuck it. Give us Mac Jones. That's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Nick Bosa. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Brock Purdy, fuck it.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Put him in there. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's been that kind of season, man, because all these injuries, I don't see how we can beat them on the road. But I give us a chance. You know what I'm saying? The Shanahan, I'm starting to come back around on Shanahan. You know what I'm saying? He's showing me this year, man, he can coach some football. You know what I'm saying? And Robert Saleh, welcome to fuck
Saving,
back. Welcome
saving
to fuck
grace.
back. You know what I'm saying?
Saving grace. Where would
Yeah,
we
because he
be
has
right
these
now?
young boys flying around, man. We've got so much youth on this defense, man. He got them flying around. They making some mistakes. Don't get me wrong. Secondary got to clean some stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Siegel and the young boy Green at corner. Sometimes he look a little lost. You know what I'm saying? So they got to make some strides in the secondary. But overall, man, the team is coming around, man. Will we win this week? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Mac Jones at practice limping and shit, can't throw the ball. So I'm sure he's probably gonna give it a go, man. But it's looking bad for him. I don't know if you saw that practice footage, Jared, but don't look very good for him. Look like whatever going on with that knee that he had coming into the year is acting up. Purdy's out, of course. So if Matt can't go, I don't even know who the hell the third quarterback is, to tell you the truth. I hadn't even looked that far down the damn list. I don't even know who the hell that is at this point.
I don't know who our third quarterback is either, but he need to get himself ready because he's about to be playing.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's about to be playing. I don't know if Shanahan can get the third string QB to get our very vanilla
Oh,
offense
I do know
going.
it's Adrian Martinez. It sure is. It's Adrian Martinez.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So we don't have a third string quarterback. Basically, we don't have one. I think that's too tall of a task. But he needs to be ready because
Yeah, he's a rookie, so if he got to play, then that's a problem. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
the training going back to our training staff. I don't know what's going on, but it's too many years in a row where we're losing key players in and out of our roster or out of there for the season. It happened to us early last year and late. It happened to us late in the year before that. Now we're back to having it early. Listen, this is tough. We got to get rid of this training staff. That's number one. But I'm with you. Shanahan has done a hell of a job of coaching these young boys and coaching this team. He's taken the thing he's taken out of the offense that I've noticed is he's taken out those mad scientist plays, and he's keeping everything in front of us. I'm with you. We're throwing it across the middle a little bit too much, but I think that was more of a Purdy thing in his trying to come back and play injured. I think that was more of him. He felt more confident throwing it over the middle instead of outs. His strength couldn't have been there. He had to have gotten late in the game. He had to have been dealing with too much pain and couldn't plant on that toe, and he was throwing picks. I wish we had never played Purdy after he sat out. I wish we had never done that. I wish we had stayed with Mac Jones and not have him in and out like that. But it is what it is right now. We're losing weapons every week, and it's just going to be a tall task. I do not have us beating Tampa Bay right now. Baker is playing hell of football right now.
For me, win, lose, or draw, it's a good first 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens this game, you know what I'm saying? For me, it's still looking up because we'll start to get healthy in a second. Pearsall will be back in a minute. Hopefully, Ayuk will be back in a second. So it's looking up as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? I said give Purdy as much time as he needs at this point. You know what I'm saying? I am at that point. I give you this. I am at that point with Mac Jones now, where Purdy got to sit out 3 or 4 more weeks. I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather he get 100% healthy, like you were just intimating, Jerry, than come back too soon again.
Yeah, he never should have been brought
Go
back.
ahead and let him get healthy all the way. Unfortunately, Mac's not all the way healthy. So it don't look like he might not be able to make it 3 or 4 more weeks at this point. Cause he seemed a little brittle too. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see, man. It's looking but they got to take the workload off McCaffrey though, man. He ain't gonna last.
Y'all ain't gonna let me get my sentiments in. Y'all had all this to say about
Yeah,
the.
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Fuck the 49ers.
I knew he was fixing to do
I
that.
knew
I
it.
knew it.
I knew it.
I knew he was about
That's
to do
why I
that.
went on and let him get it off. You know what I'm
I
saying?
knew he
Go
was about
ahead.
to do
You know
that.
what I'm saying? But yeah, but it's looking up, man. I think we looking good, man. We're in a good position right now. Nobody expected us to be here after 6 weeks with everything that we were dealing with. So great job. Kudos, Shanahan and Saleh. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to these picks. Cash talk. It's that time. And I know y'all see the picks. I got them right there for y'all, man. For this week, man, give me the Chiefs -2 versus the Lions.
It's a
You know
must-win game. I need Pat Mahomes to show up for my fantasy league.
You and my wife both. She got him. So she was like, "Should I play him? Should I play him?" Like, yeah, I would. You got to kind of stick with him because one, it looked like they might be turning a little corner when it comes to their offense. You know what I'm saying? So I think at this point you got to play him as far as fantasy goes. But for me, I got to take the Chiefs in this game, and I think that they have turned the corner. I worry a little bit about the rushing defense. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit about that rushing defense. But give me the Chiefs -2. Thoughts, gentlemen? Versus the Lions, of course.
Oh man, I'm gonna say this. I am really, really impressed with the Lions, and I don't care how big of a win the Chiefs need. I just think they're a better football team right now. I just think they're a better football team now. I'm gonna say this though: the Chiefs, even though they didn't win the last game, they had a couple. Pat Mahomes threw that pick down in the red zone. It really hurt.
Right. Often the game, right?
Yeah, that was a pick six.
Pick
And
six, baby.
yeah, so that really was what the difference was in the game. But it just straight up, I think the Lions win this game.
Ooh, Jerry. What say you, sir?
I'm with Greg. I think the Lions win the game. I think that so far, Kansas City has a battle within that they have not been able to overcome. They overcame it last year with the injuries and all the other stuff they had to overcome last year, and the offensive line, all of that. But this year, they don't have it. They have too much to fight within their own team and in the roster before they can even get to the opponent. And it showed last week, even after the refs tried to cheat them into a win last year on several plays all game long.
Man, stop hating
Jacksonville,
on the Chiefs, man,
Jacksonville
because they
was
the
still
champs.
Jacksonville was still able to come out and earn their victory and
What I
beat
Stop
was
that
saying,
hating
team.
on them.
what I was saying,
Stop
y'all.
hating on the Chiefs because they the best franchise in
That's
America.
not. Hey, we got too much film now.
You
We got
hate,
way
you
too much
hate, you
film.
hating, you
We
hating,
got
you
way too
hating.
much film
What's
of
in
the
y'all
refs
favor is Jared Goff does
allowing
have a winning
things.
record versus the Chiefs and Kansas and Patrick Mahomes.
Say that again.
Jared Goff does have a winning record versus Mahomes. So that's one thing in y'all favor. But I will remind people who this winning streak of the Lions that everybody's so high on is against. The Bears, the Baltimore Ravens defense, Cleveland, and Cincinnati. Temper it, people. That's all I would tell people. Temper all the elation over the Lions.
Now,
let's
now,
see. Let's see. Temper
now,
all the elation.
the thing that I will say about that great point that you just made, excellent point. The thing I will say about that though is that they've had no problems. That now that would help the situation of them losing both coordinators. Remember, I only thought they lost one at the very beginning of the season. That plays into it as well. But the thing I'm gonna say is they have won these games the way that they've been winning.
Yeah.
It's how they play.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I'm going to lean toward as far as, okay, the competition is not there, but they've won doing playing football how they've played, even with the dumbass coaching decisions, all the 4th and 1s and all that emotional shit that he does when he's coaching his team. Their game plan has remained the same, and they've been getting that out of this team. The Chiefs, however, I'm looking at Travis Kelce, who can't get open. Now he can't catch in big time situations. He's having the ball hit him right in the helmet, right in his numbers, go right through his hands. And they have to, I think early on, they weren't moving. They hadn't moved on from the fact that Kelce can't be the focal point of their offense anymore. They hadn't been able to get Pacheco off up until last game. He had a couple of good runs. They've been Mahomes is leading them in rushing. That's a
Fill it in,
problem.
Jerry. We got to move.
That's a problem. So, we'll see. I got the Lions doing it.
Okay, give me the Chiefs -2. Give me the Falcons +4.5 over the Bills. I know. Everybody going all on the Bills too. Everybody love the Bills. Give me the 4.5 with the Falcons coming off the bye at home. Give me the Falcons. I think the offense does enough to keep them in. I'm not saying they're going to win the game, but I think their offense against the Bills defense will do enough to keep it within 4.5. And finally, give me the Bears +4.5 versus the Commanders. Again, I like Jaden. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? I think he's the real deal. But 4.5, I think it's too many. I think the Bears cover the spread, even though the Commanders win.
There was a risky picks.
Hey, I don't take the easy picks.
Risky.
Take all the easy.
You might fall under 500 after this week.
No, sir. Never that, sir. That's 3-0, baby. 3-0. We're going, all right. Everybody know Jerry loves WNBA basketball.
I'm finna go take a brief nap.
3-0.
Well,
of course, Asia hit the shot that everybody saw the other night with the Asia Wilson with one of those shots that will go down in WNBA history. You know what I'm saying? Give them a 3-0 lead. It's pretty much over. We all know it. Jerry, your thoughts, bro? So quickly.
Well, all you need to know about the NBA Finals is the NBA Finals were the whole playoff was impacted by injuries, but the story is Asia Wilson and her dominance over this season, a 17-game winning streak to get into the playoff, get back into the playoff situation, got them all the way up to the second best team in the league. The finals are over. Okay, it's a formality right now. It's a 3-0 lead, and my Aces are about to crown themselves as another champion. Asia Wilson has been phenomenal. This girl has been so dominant on this run and so dominant for this team. It's unprecedented. Also, winning the MVP. It's the first time we've had this many MVPs won by one person in the league. It's unfortunate you guys are not watching the game, especially the last game. We were blowing them out. Mercury came back and made it a game. And to get a game winner, that's big, because actually before coach called the timeout, we were just going to run with Young going ISO. Called a timeout with 5 seconds left, got the ball into the right person's hand, and she's been hitting that fadeaway, that over-the-shoulder dream shake fadeaway all season long. Cash money, game over. Yeah, Aces are about to be champions.
Right, as a whole, I definitely don't care. But like I told you earlier in the year, the one player I will watch is her. You know what I'm saying? She's about the only one I'll watch. You know what I'm saying? The rest of it, you can kind of, even Caitlin, I rarely even watched her when she was playing, before she was injured. Asia's like the only one I care to watch. You know what I'm saying? Play WNBA basketball. The rest of it, you can kind of make me with it.
Yeah, Dante is a male chauvinist pig.
The Mercury just don't have enough to overcome this team. They got Alyssa Thomas trying to guard Asia, which she's one of the best defenders in the league. You can't take that from her, but she can't.
Yeah, it was actually good defense on that last. It was actually good defense on that last shot.
Alyssa came over for a late contest to make it over two people, but she's great. She's too great. She's a dominant player.
Great shot, but yeah, that finals is over. You know what I'm saying? She solidified her greatness in the annals of WNBA history for sure. You know what I'm saying? Whether she number one, that's debatable. Maybe we'll debate it on another day, but let's get to this taking out this trash, man, because we got 3 subjects to talk about today. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get to it.
Should have did the whole show on this shit right here.
We should have, and maybe
show.
Maybe we will, you know what I'm saying, at a later time, because I'm sure this ain't going to be the end of all these situations. So it's going to come back around, you know what I'm saying? These situations aren't over, you know what I'm saying? So we'll find out, you know what I'm saying? But your boy Stephen A., of course, and his hot, dumb take against Rep. Jasmine Crockett. What's your thoughts, gentlemen? Whoever want to start, man. What's your thoughts?
I'm going to be real quick on this one. The thing I do not understand about Stephen A. Smith, and I'm just going to stick specifically to this situation, is how in the world is he so comfortable spewing these disparaging words on what Jasmine Crockett is doing when she is doing everything that she can to fight this bullshit that we're witnessing in this country. She's doing everything in her power. Everybody on this side of the aisle is saying that we have to speak up. We got to speak up. We got to be visible. And that's what they're doing. That's all they can do. She's doing exactly what she's supposed to be doing in this moment, fighting. And for him to, just to basically characterize her as some alley cat woman who's just loudmouth, that is so, we used to them saying that, right? We used to them saying that. For him to come out and do that, this dude shows his colors in these moments over and over again when not one time have we heard him give any resemblance of a disparaging remark against what is actually going on. When is he going to do that? How are you fighting against the only weapon we got, or one of the only weapons we got? And that's all she's doing. It's tasteless. And I've said it all year. I'm tired of this dude. Get this dude off the TV.
And before you go, G, let me read the comment. One of the comments, I'll get to the other one later, because it's so hypocritical. He said, I'm just talking about her. He goes, I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. So you're saying that about her, but Republicans have been doing that for years now, saying unimaginable, incendiary, derogatory things. But when she does it, in your eyes, it's an issue. Go ahead.
And lying. Don't even leave out the fact that they lie. Everything out of their mouth is lying.
I just wanted to get that out there before you go, G.
When they say something, it's the exact opposite.
I was thinking that I want, we definitely need to say or call out the quotes and the comments that they make before we, so that the people who are not aware, who's watching the show, will have context to why we are railing against this dude.
Let me go and get the other one out here. However, Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to get stuff done as opposed to just be an impediment to what Trump wants?
I'm done with this guy, man. And I should have asked y'all this before we got on the mic, but hell, whatever. I am totally for calling for a boycott of First Take, the show.
Already doing that.
Been doing that since 2014.
But you have not been watching it. I'm calling for a public boycott of all of the melanated people that disagree vehemently with the stances this guy has taken. Not only this, what he just said about Jasmine Crockett, who, like you said, Jerry, is really one of the only ones that have some balls to fight against authoritarianism.
Right.
She is in the minority party. They have no power, like you said, Stephen A. So there are policies, not just culture wars, which the right stages their public stances against. This is how they divide people, but they have policies that impact the lives of a bunch of people, not only in her district, but in other people's district and in Republican districts. So she has not only the right, but it is her duty
right,
as a politician, as a Democratic politician, as a Black person, as a Black woman, to speak up, especially in the face of a leader, and I put that in quotes, like Donald Trump. We've never seen anything like it. I keep telling you guys that this shit is leading to civil war. I don't care what no one, if you disagree with that shit, you better see the writing on the wall. You better go back and watch history. This will not end well. The way that the political atmosphere has taken such a direct turn. And I get what you're saying, Stephen A, about working with the other party, but when the other party refuses to work with you,
Water it off.
refuses to
Right.
refuses to deal in truth, then you cannot be silent and complicit in some of the shit that impacts the lives of the American people, her constituents. It's her job. She's literally doing her fucking job.
And
While
see,
you sit on the mic
right,
and try to
right.
be dismissive of only the public statements that she makes, you don't know the work that she's doing in the congressional halls and the calls she's making to not just her party, but the people on the other aisle to try to get reform, try to reform the big ugly bill from impacting folks' premiums and kicking folks off of Medicaid and Medicare in the next few months. How dare you even do that? Not only this, he's attacked Michelle Obama for her calling out his show, which is a fucking dramatic debate show that deals in uh, rumor and innuendo.
Cat.
So
That's
she
what I
wasn't
call
wrong.
cat. The whole
Yeah,
show is just cat.
right. Yeah, the show is what it is, Stephen. They own it.
I mean,
Called
he's
out
getting
Kamala
rich,
for
famous, you know what I'm saying? So I think somewhere along the way, and it happens to people, he starts sounding more like, you know what I'm saying, a different person. I think money has done it to him, you know what I'm saying?
Every time.
Not to say that he can't have an opinion that differs from ours. I'm not saying that, and I don't want our viewers to think I'm saying that.
right.
But when your pockets get lined like that by the corporate machine, there's a change that happens. You know what I'm saying? Your commentary starts to
It
feel
was
little bit more like gatekeeping. You know what I'm saying? It
and it
starts to
was
feel that way.
He
what
is
you're
the
saying
poster
was
child in
what
that
you're saying
regard.
was more telling, especially when the whole Jimmy Kimmel ordeal, when he's saying you
Right.
should be, you should basically just comply. You know he's coming.
Not just
And
that. You could tell
and it
his
was
first thought was, I would love to have that job.
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
that's all you can tell now he's about.
And
Brand building, building my wealth, which again, G, you know me, G. I got no problem with making money. People making money. Good. That's a good thing. You should be out here trying to make money. But all money, like you said, like we all were talking about before, ain't good money. You know what I'm saying? The way you go about getting it matters. The things you start to say matter. The fact that you're trying to get on Fox and appease these right-wing people with policies you know are hurting regular Americans, which you aren't anymore, which again is the disconnect. He's not a regular American anymore. He's not in that bucket anymore. So
the
for him, he's jumped out of that bandwagon altogether. And I'm all
the
for him.
word the word Dante is big head. We have said this about this dude for so long.
Yeah.
And every chance he gets elevated, he gets the big head and he messes it up. For him to even think that he is an entity that can survive on those news stations and on talk shows is it's ridiculous. It's an entirely ridiculous thought. He had he had a nighttime sports show or evening sports show. It bombed horrifically. It bombed so bad.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
How in the world do you think you can hold the spot of a Jimmy Kimmel who has done it all these years? He gets in his own way, and every time he gets elevated, he starts looking down on the little people. Every single time.
It ain't the fact that he was trying to, maybe try to make a play for that role. It's the fact that you didn't stand up for
his
freedom of speech.
Right, freedom of speech.
Freedom of
I'm
speech.
not gonna, if he want to be a Republican, that's fine. Be that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But don't play both sides of the fence in this situation. And do not. And this is for the Republican people too, black and white. You guys have got to call a fucking spade a spade. This was this was an attack on free speech.
Right.
Nothing more, nothing less. And you got and for Stephen A to have taken that approach when he was on Laura Coates And then he got on his own show and said the shit he said about you have to, play your role. You have to fall in line, basically,
Nah, buddy.
on an attack on free speech.
Basically
Nah,
stepping
buddy.
in, basically, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It,
I guess my
again,
thing
man.
about Jasmine Crockett is with the whole Jasmine Crockett situation, rep Jasmine Crockett, it's like, bro, don't punch down on somebody that's still in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Using your platform to punch down on her, especially a black woman in a room with people who are already trying to silence her. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. That's all she deals with that every day. And for you to use your platform to do it, it's reckless to me. You know what I'm saying?
We get hurt so much by the people, and I mean all people, Republicans, or whoever you want to be. The people that the people that have elevated themselves or have reached a certain rank in life, paycheck, profession, what have you, we get hurt so many times when they feel like, well, those problems won't reach me. And that's what Stephen A is
Right. That's
doing
where he
in
is.
this moment. Those
Right.
problems won't affect me or can't affect me because
Right.
my paper right.
Right. It's like his fame, of course, comes with that mic, but then that mic don't give you just a pass to talk reckless all the
Cause
time.
it ain't about your paper. That's the
Right. It's
whole
supposed to
thing.
help
We
you
not
to
talk. We
like
don't give
bring
a we
people up.
don't give a damn about your paper, bro. We don't
Right.
care about that part of it. If you're listening to the words that are coming out of our mouths, that's not what we're talking about. If you
Right.
listen to Crockett's whole job right now and what she's doing and the angle that she's taking, it's what she has to do. What
Right.
else do you want her to do? If you ain't got a better idea, shut the fuck up.
And still be touting it. And what makes me mad about it is still touting the fact that he going to HBCUs with first takes. Man, so what? Because you can still be rich, respected, and still remember where you came from when you get on that mic. You know what I'm saying? And what people are struggling with out here day to day. And that's the part I think he's forgotten over time. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm with you, G. Start the, what is the hashtag? What we needed to be hashtag cancel Steve
Boycott,
or
cancel first
hashtag
take.
cancel first take, something. We need to start that shit, dog.
And this is something I'm big on because I've had it done. I've had it done to me. Not trying to make it about me, but if I use a curse word when I speak, that's different than cursing someone out.
Right.
Jasmine Crockett is not cursing Trump out. She's using curse words when she speaks. That's two different things. We just had Kamala Harris just the other day. These motherfuckers are crazy. And she's right. What's going on is completely crazy. I will never say that it's unfathomable. I'll never use that again because this country has shown us. The country has shown us time and
That's
time
out of the
again.
American lexicon about the, what I'm saying, the
Yeah,
guardrails of the democracy.
Yeah. We know that there's a regime in this country that wants everything that's going on to be going on. We got to be real about that. But the fight is what it is. The fight is what it is. And if this is the way we have to fight with all our politicians being as visible and as loud as possible, that's all we got because they ain't coming to the table.
It's different from when Bush was in office, from when, Reagan and all them guys was in office. It's a clear line has been drawn in the sand from Trump and the MAGA Republicans. And to that end, the Republicans have all but switched to MAGA Republicans. So there is no policy beef.
Real conservative.
There's no policy beef. This is about democracy. This is about holding the Constitution, and making it mean something.
Right.
But you got the Supreme Court basically
holding that above party. You know what I'm saying?
Above party. You got the Supreme Court giving this guy basically immunity to do whatever the fuck he want to do. And you got a Congress, a Republican-led Congress, that will allow him to do what abdicate their job responsibilities to allow him to do what he want to do. So yeah, the gloves are off. There is no working with that. There's no working with authoritarianism. If you have democratic principles, you stand on them. And if you have to cuss a motherfucker out,
either you believe in this or you don't. You believe in democracy or you don't. And the telling part for me is, it seems that a lot of these MAGA Republicans, even the ones out here, and our neighbors or whatever, don't seem to care a damn bit about democracy. And that to me is really, really troubling, that it ain't really even about democracy. It's about power, nationalism, white nationalism.
Look at everything they went into. Look past. They look past felonies. They looking past every lie he tells. They looking past all these people getting kicked off of healthcare. They are looking past so many things just for party's sake.
Right.
Even the ones that are not racist, just for party's sake, they are willing to turn a blind eye to way too many things, and it's just it's sad. But hey, this is where we are. This is the fight. You got to recognize it for what it is, and you just got to be ready, man. Keep your head on swivel.
All right, let's move on to the next story, man. Of course, the troubling story of Kyren Lacy and his suicide and the fatal incident that happened on December 17th, 2024. Of course, the crash that killed 78-year-old Herman Hall. So condolences definitely to his family before we even get into, all the conversation around what's been going on with it. So, of course, earlier this week, Van Pelt and RC
Ryan Clark.
Ryan Clark on Monday Night Football about the incident and the fact that it showed, looks like video showed he was over 70 yards away when the accident actually happened.
That's what his lawyers,
right.
That's what they displayed. You know what I'm saying? That's part of their defense.
Defense is that he was set over 70 yards away when the actual accident actually happened. G, your thoughts on the situation, bro, and cops seemingly telling people what to say and how to say it. And
here's my thing, because when the Lacy story broke last year, you had a lot of demonization of the guy without all of the facts, and then when some of the facts started to come out, I'm gonna be accountable because I went with what I was hearing and what I saw, and everything we still don't know everything at play. Here's my point. It's not fair to do that to this young man who he didn't have a DUI. It wasn't anything intentional. The case was still in flux. And what you see is a lot of the media, they rush to these stories and then they give hyperbolic analysis and say things that are incendiary and accusatory in one direction without providing all of the counterfacts to it, or just say this is an ongoing investigation. And the young man took his life. I don't know if that was an admission of guilt or, just the anxiety of, having your life changed at the time. At this moment, I can't say because there's been too many differing stories. All I can say is, from based on what I can tell, if he behind the accident, there's no way he can be responsible for the accident if he's coming up after the accident happens. Now, they did say that
their point of view was that his reckless driving set
prior
off
to
a chain of events that led.
Yeah. Okay. So in that regard, you had the police officer on camera.
That's the
telling
point.
the witness what to say instead of allowing that witness to say what she said, to say whatever it is she needs to say.
Yeah, you coaching the witnesses, right?
And anyway, now it's not as malicious as I initially thought it was, but it still is a level of maliciousness that should not happen, and that there needs to be some investigation into why this officer more than likely overstepped his bounds and how he was supposed to have conducted that witness interview. And so my point, I'm gonna bring it back home, is that none of this stuff was being said when the deferring stories started to come out on the national media chains that came out when it initially happened. And to that, I say bullshit. It still pisses me off, regardless of what the situation is. Be very, 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 very balanced in reporting these situations, because you don't do that to other communities.
I would agree with you. Go ahead, Jerry.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead, G.
I think your last point is the most important point with the media. You know what I'm saying? And not just in this situation, just even in politics and everything. I think that's how we get so far apart. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing is balanced. On one channel, it's got to be all the way this way. On the other channel, it's got to be all the way over here, when I think most people actually live right in here. You know what I'm saying? So keep everything balanced in your coverage. You know what I'm saying? And I think you can keep people from overreacting. You can keep the public from overreacting. If they had said, "Hey, we're still investigating, trying to see what's going on," when they did that coverage, they made it seem like it was that young man's fault on all the stuff I saw when it actually happened. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Dang, bro, you effed up." You know what I'm saying? Come to find out, maybe not so cut and dry as they were making it seem. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you, G. It's just about the balance for me, man. If you're gonna cover something, do it in a balanced way. If you don't fucking know as a media person, say you don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just trying to put something out there and be the first one, which is what a lot of them try to do now. We just want to get the scoop. We trying to be first, whether it's accurate or not. We just want to be first. And I think that's the problem with a lot of the media nowadays, just trying to be first.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trying to
TV.
make the story so salacious
Right.
and, trying to
Get your
drum up.
name in the thing
Yeah.
as reported by so and so. You know what I'm saying? That whole deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is a big part of it. We had a situation here in our hometown that I was vehemently against us talking about because all
Right.
of the information just wasn't there. And my biggest concern it just like this situation, there was a death that occurred. There's a family that is traumatized in the moment,
Multiple
and
families.
we don't have all accounts. And that is the case with this situation. All the information was not there, so it was wrong, in my opinion, for the media to demonize this kid and without all the information. Because if with what we know now, as far as what the two sides are saying, they don't match. So the truth is going to be somewhere in between. What I hope is that the camera footage, as well as what we've heard on this hot cam, I hope that gets leaned upon more than the story that was put out before all the facts were presented. To go into, and I'll close with this, on this young man's untimely death and taking his own life. Okay, I don't have children, right? But I've had jobs to where I've dealt and been a part of kids' life, as well as my own family's and my own family's kids. Have your kids be strong about what the truth is, not just their truth. That's something that came out over the last 20, 25 years. Those words put together is, tell your truth. Have your family members, your kids, your people stand on the truth, what the truth is. I wish this young man would have been able to stand and hold tight on knowing I did not cause this. I am not guilty of this. I shouldn't have been arrested for this. I wish he was strong enough to stand on that truth, and he'd still be here today and quite possibly helping his family move up a notch or move up a level if he could have made it in the NFL.
Right.
But because he wasn't able to stand strong on what the truth was, that led to him not being able to deal with all the pressures that was put upon him, and that's unfortunate. But if we instill that into our people, then I think we can get through a hell of a lot more than what we have to deal with in reality.
Good
So,
conversation. Good conversation.
absolutely. Let's move on to this last one. And I guess we can file this last one under, I guess what comes to mind for me is that Mark Twain saying, truth is stranger than fiction.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? So your boy, Fox analyst, former NFL quarterback, Mark Sanchez, involved
Fumble.
involved in a bit of an incident in Indy. I think it was in Indy, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
So
Indianapolis.
he had a 69-year-old truck driver named Perry Toll who was making a grease delivery at a hotel, in the back of a hotel. So what happened? It was got into dispute over the parking dock situation where the truck was parked. So Sanchez gets upset, approaches the truck driver, allegedly entered the man's vehicle without his permission or whatever, ends up getting pepper sprayed. The two get to tussling, Sanchez beating on the man. Basically, Sanchez gets stabbed. Man
In self-defense.
gets up in self-defense, gets up or whatever after getting bent on the ground. Man end up having to stab him again because he still wasn't stopping. So Sanchez gets charged. I forget the offenses, a bunch of them at this point. You know what I'm saying? I think a couple of them have been moved up to felonies at this point. So, what's your thoughts, man? It's just a crazy story, man. One of them things where you're like, what happened? And
I'm
then
gonna need some,
did you
I'm gonna
see
need
him
some.
walk? Did you see him walking with the bloody shirt after he'd been stabbed?
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
he was.
The
Yeah,
video,
stumbling.
bro.
Yes,
He was coming around
stumbling.
the corner because he ended up going to a bar or something after he got stabbed.
Yeah,
And he had a
leaking.
bloody shirt. He just woozy and walking, bro.
He leaking
Stabbed
because he
up.
leaking.
Stabbed up.
I'm gonna tell you what I need from this situation. I need Mark Sanchez locked the fuck up. That's what I need in this situation. I
He
don't care
been
about you.
charged.
I don't care about you being
He charged.
drunk.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about you being high. I don't care about none of that. You attack a man over a parking spot. You allowed your
70,
anger.
almost 70-year-old man.
You allow your anger within your younger, in shape, football size ass body attack an elder in this situation is egregious. Is completely egregious. You made a man who's just doing his job fight for his life. That
Right.
man did not get in his truck, go to work, thinking that at the end of the day, at the end of this shift, I'm gonna have to fight for my life if I want to survive. Because from his account, he's saying that the fight wasn't over, and the reason he stabbed him again is because Sanchez looked like he was still coming at him. This man knows he's almost 70 years old. He felt the strength. That's why he stabbed him.
Right.
Because he felt like he wasn't going to be able to win.
Right.
In this. So this was all in self-defense. I need this white boy locked up, and we don't never need to see him on a TV, a podcast ever again.
My question is, what happened to Sanchez in his state, which we don't know? They haven't said what was in the system yet. I'm waiting on that information. But in that state, what if he gets control of the man's knife? What happens then?
It's probably a wrap. He said he saw a killer in that man's eyes, man.
And then
Tooted up.
Then only his story gets out.
He was on that. He was on that powder. He was on that white girl to get pepper sprayed and get stabbed and to still come. I'm gonna tell you something, MAGA. Cause y'all done jump brave. Trump done put some jumper cables in y'all bravery where you feel like you can approach anybody. As you Charlie Kirk done amped you up where you feel like you can come on black college campuses and show up. They showed up at a church one time, and I know I'm taking this to MAGA, and he may not even be MAGA. I'm just saying.
I was about to say, gee, you veered off on us, but go ahead, bro.
No, but the thinking is there. The thinking is still the same thought process. The same thought process. They getting too brave and too bold. And I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't know anything about an old black man or old man melanated, they carry a blade on them at all times. They never know when you have to gut a catfish. So you better be mindful of that when you think about running up on folks with your dumb shit. And he got exactly what he deserved. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Stupid prizes. I agree, man. Like, so they say if convicted, I think the felony, they say 1 to 6 years in prison if convicted. So, I mean, not a lot of time, but I agree with Jared, though. He should do some time. You can't just do that.
Yeah, he gotta be out of here, man.
I don't think he will because hey, if you got good lawyers, you normally get out from that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? If you got a good lawyer, especially if he hadn't had any issues before, I don't see him doing time, but he should do time. You know what I'm saying? Man is out doing his job, like G said and you said, and then have to fight for his life before he go home. You can't be out here doing that. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be out here doing that. You know
no, because let it be one of us Let it be one of us on some old man or old white man or whatever the
And
case
I
may be.
thought that too, bro. I was like, what would the media narrative be if this had been
Yeah, we out of here.
stabbing a white man?
We out of here, and our case is pushed back so far that we, when the next time you see us, we closer to the grave, man. You know that's the case.
His ass be in jail now.
Yeah, he should not be walking around free. That man is in the hospital with a laceration
about it in a press conference.
With a laceration across his face. He should be
about Democrat-run cities and how crime is
out of hand. Right.
Hey, little did y'all know there were when it got announced. That's what they were saying on some podcasts and some media, OAN News and all that. That is true. It did happen.
Really?
But yeah, because initially, it was all, Mark Sanchez, he done got stabbed up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what they think.
The other way, right?
Yeah, you know what they think. Some knucklehead, some little young Thundercat then came and tried to rob him, and then stabbed him up. That's I didn't know when I heard it, I'm like, damn, what are you doing getting stabbed up? You know what I'm saying? What place he in where he, getting stabbed like that? That was my thought process, but them. You know what they do. And so they tried to frame it another way until the story started coming out.
Luckily, the police actually did their job.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. This man needs to be locked up, man. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care about drinking. If you're gonna drink, be responsible.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do dope, don't do bad.
Hey man, you can't tell a man on powder to be responsible. That just
or chain yourself to the radiator at the house.
If you got that book of sugar, if you got that book of sugar, you already not responsible. The definition.
Right. Sniffing and responsible don't go together.
All bets are off when you do shit like that.
And I don't know what the rules and regulations are at his job, but most jobs tell you not to carry a firearm, not to carry a weapon and all like that. If that man did not have his blade, he'd probably be dead right now.
Right.
What I said, man, hey, next time you try it, just know if he old, he a black man, he got a blade on him.
Hey,
I don't care where he at, he got a blade on him and a bunch of keys.
The G Sears tip of the day. If he old and he got his blade. But man, that's another unfiltered ass episode. Trash talking with the old heads, man. Hey, we got families and stuff to do. We out.